Hello, friends, enemies, family, foes. Welcome back to the series, which I think I'm going to make weekly on finding spiritual clarity. And I'm going to address the elephant in the room. For those of you who have been watching my videos, I know my hair looks a little different. I got a little haircut today and a little man bun at the moment. Kind of like it. And thank you all for coming back to my videos, and I hope they're helping you guys in some way, shape, or form. I know I've been receiving some positive feedback, and it really does warm my heart. I also am in need of spiritual guidance and spiritual change. So it's very important that this is a journey that people take as a collective because at the moment, we're not a very spiritual society. And I think our society has become obsessed with temporary, quick distractions and stimulations, and we'll get obsessed with a series. We'll get obsessed with a movie, get so into it. We're spending months researching the movie. Who are the characters? How's the storyline going to play out? We see the movie, and then you're done. Back to the next thing that you're going to live for. And when I say that, I'm speaking from experience. And let me give you an example of me giving my life to a material and artificial item that I would spend hours and hours giving my time to, all to no avail, to end up right back where I started. And I'm just going to say it. The game Cyberpunk 2077, I remember in 2018, this gameplay demo was released and it was like 47 minutes long. And I watched it with my friend and we were just like mind blown by how the game looked, right? And ever since then, I would spend every day, I would look at the countdown. When is the game coming out? I would look at these things called Night City Wire, where they would go into like 20 to 30-minute segments about how great the game was going to be and what the game was going to consist of. And I would go on the website every single day, just like building my hype up. I would just go on the website just to scroll on it, just to pass my time on it. I would watch the trailers over and over again. And the game comes out, it doesn't perform as well as it should have. It's honestly in terrible condition. But the game comes out, I play it. It's fun. What happens when I beat the game? What happens when you're waiting for your favorite movie to come out and you watch it? What happens when you leave the theater? I think what happens when you leave the theater is you realize that there's something that is missing. And you'll think at first, because it's easy to think this, you'll think that what's missing is, well, now I need something else to give my time to. I need another movie, the sequel. I need the next step in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I need to know all about the storylines and everything. And I'm not going to shame anybody who's into that. I'm not going to say it's wrong because I've noticed when I was very infatuated with the world of comics and the world of entertainment, it made me feel relieved and happy when I was depressed. But when I'm making these videos, I'm directing this to people who may want to go beyond the world of entertainment and go to the world of enlightenment. I think something very necessary to discuss at first is that we're meant to be infatuated, distracted by these artificial pleasures because when we're so focused on things that don't affect the system as a whole, like let's say a movie, the people in power, the government can do so much to alter the system in such a fundamental way, and we're not even going to notice. And I think that's something that you really need to think about is what are people like the president doing when we're sitting there watching movies? What are senators and members of the House of Representatives doing while we're distracted and becoming blobs inside our houses? That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be blobs stuck inside a screen while a portion of people, a small portion of people, are altering the economic systems that are the foundation of American life to benefit their bank accounts and destroy every positive aspect of wealth in regards to the working class, to the middle class, and to the barely middle class. And you'll notice that everybody who's loving the consumerist ideas, they're not rich, you know. They're not they may be spiritually rich, they may be physically rich, but they're not monetarily rich. And the people that are monetarily rich may not be all that happy either. Because when you end up with something monetary that's only used to buy a item or a piece of material that may increase your social status. That's the point. That's why we're all trying to make so much money, is to increase our social status so we can be more accepted in the society we live in. Because in the society we live in, it's portrayed that to be happy, you have to have the highest social status. You have to be the next Kardashian, right? We know that's not true because we've seen Keeping Up with the Kardashians and we know how unhappy Kim and Kanye are. And when it comes to finding that happiness, you have to seek out what I call good poison. And I know this video might sound like it's all over the place, but just try and stick with me for a second. What I call good poison are things like healthy foods. So instead of eating a $2 bag of chips, you're going to eat carrots or broccoli or hummus or fruits, right? If you're giving your time and effort to a $2 bag of chips, you're basically saying what I am putting into my body is only worth $2, and therefore I most likely feel, if I really think about it, like I am only worth $2 and I deserve this bag of chips because I might not deserve better. Maybe that's all you can afford. And if it's all you can afford, then I'm sorry. I hope those chips can grant you the happiness you need. But in my situation, those snacks did not. And when I talk about good poison, I'm talking about healthy foods, healthy thoughts, because you are what you eat. And if you're eating healthy foods all the time, you're going to have healthier thoughts. And you're eventually going to find healthier friends. And you're eventually going to find healthier activities. But when your activities consist of things that constrict you to the box, right? I'm inside a box right now, looking at a rectangle, which will transfer to your rectangle, right? So you can watch me inside of your box. Okay, so we're all living in these boxes, looking at rectangles and squares. So we can therefore get a rectangular or circular piece of currency in order to buy something physical that we can feel that will get us the happiness we need. We know that's not true. And for this second step of spiritual clarity, I want you to ask yourself, what am I giving my time to and my effort to? And where can I direct this energy to produce more light and growth and life? Because if you eat death, you're going to become death. And if you eat life, you're going to become life. Remember that. And start questioning everything. Question authority. Question your actions. Question your desires. Ask yourself, why am I doing all of these materialistic actions? Why am I giving all my time to items that I know won't make me happy, but it feels good in the moment? There are reasons to this, and I'm probably going to save that for another video. But there are reasons as to why we are so intrigued by things that don't affect the system as a whole, because we're not meant to affect the system in our society. And as Americans, I want us to start altering the system we live in order to benefit the people that have been harmed and hurt by the system. Because there are people that are currently being destroyed economically and physically and socially and mentally by the system that we're living in. And us sitting there becoming blobs is not fixing the system at all. In fact, it's only making the system benefit those who are already being benefited by the system, and it's only making it so that those who are being hurt by the system will continue to be hurt by the system. That is something fundamental in spiritual growth. Serving people around you with great knowledge and love in order to have them eventually spread that knowledge and love to create ripples and changes in the everyday world we live in. So step outside, go on a walk, go kayaking, go look at birds, go meditate, go eat some broccoli and hummus, go read a book, go eat some carrots and fruits, go put your feet on the grass, go stand in the sun, go tan, anything that can take you out of the box you're living in and start cracking the shell that you have been placed in subconsciously without knowing by people who look at you only as a source of exploitation in order to benefit their wealth and status. And they're going to sell you everything they can, because when you buy all those things, you're giving your money to people you're never going to see, while increasing their wealth and social status, while you may stay down in an unhappy hole because you think that giving somebody or giving yourself high wealth and social status by owning those material items is going to make you happy. And it's not. It's going to be a vicious loop. So stay humble, stay healthy, and have a great day.